Yeah. The 76ers just won a game for no damn reason that they actually had plenty of chances to lose. But the Dallas Mavericks out-tanked them in the final seconds. They were winning this game by like 13 in the fourth quarter. It's a Quentin Grimes revenge game against the Dallas Mavericks. I get it. We get it, Quentin. Everybody gets it. You're good. We get it. You're an elite level NBA scorer. We get it. But the Mavs were going like a 15-4 run in the final 5 minutes to cut it to 4. And then Klay Thompson hits a catch and shoot 3 in the corner. Bang. To make it a 1-point game. After Ricky Council did some kind of two-handed, threw it at the bottom of the dude. When the Sixers were up by 4, I said, come on, Ricky. I saw Ricky Council with the ball in his hands. I said, come on, Ricky. Take a terrible shot. Take a terrible shot. And he drove in and did a double pump and threw the ball at the bottom of the rim. And Klay Thompson hits the 3 in the corner to make it a 1-point game. Next possession, Quentin Grimes drives in, gets fouled. They review the foul. It was a clear foul. Ticky-tack, touchy foul. Could have not been called. Would have been nice if it wasn't called. Quentin Grimes hits both. Gives himself 28 points. Puts the Sixers back up 3. Mavs have 15 seconds. Inbounding from half court after a timeout. Klay Thompson comes around the top of the key. Wide fucking open. And they pass the ball to Spencer Dinwiddie, who takes a contested 3-point attempt. And of course, hits the back of the rim. NBA needs to investigate the Dallas Mavericks for intentionally losing this game. NBA, FBI, National Betting Fraud Association, and any other institution that can help. You need to investigate the Dallas Mavericks for intentionally losing this game because Klay Thompson, Klay Thompson, no edits, I don't care. Klay Thompson just hit a 3 in the corner to make it a 1-point game, and you're telling me you have a chance to tie? A couple of seconds later, Klay Thompson just looked like his Golden State self a couple of seconds ago. And he comes off the top of the key wide open and you give the ball to Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah, that's what happened. And then Mr. Meet and Greet, Jared Butler, hits a couple of free throws. And the Sixers win. And the Sixers win. And now they are a full game ahead of the Brooklyn Nets on tankathon.com. Let me double check this, tankathon.com. Yes, they are now a full game behind the Brooklyn Nets for the 5th spot on tankathon.com. And Brooklyn plays Atlanta at 6 o'clock today. So we need Brooklyn to beat Atlanta at 6 o'clock today to get us back within a half a game of the 5th spot. But no, real talk about this game. There's some players that are getting an opportunity and are looking great in their opportunities. Jalen Hood-Schifino. You know what's funny about a guy like Jalen Hood-Schifino? Man, he's catching the ball top of the key, deep 3, just pull and pop, straight triggers. Straight triggers. Nice release. Straight triggers from top of the key. He looks like an NBA shooter. You know what's funny about Jalen Hood-Schifino? These are the type of players that were beating the 76ers on bad teams in the beginning of the season while Nick Nurse was running out there, Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon and all the rest of the oldest players in the NBA. And I was screaming the whole beginning of the season, these are the kind of players that are beating. You're getting beat by young players and you're refusing to play young players. And now the 76ers are playing young players because they're trying to lose, and then they're winning games. And I know the Dallas Mavericks are bad. I know the Dallas Mavericks were bad even before Kyrie Irving tore his ACL because they were missing, Gafford and Lively and Anthony Davis. But the 76ers, the last time they played with a full, air quotes, healthy roster, they lost to the Brooklyn Nets without D'Angelo Russell and their best players. They lost to some of the worst teams in the NBA without their best players. So this tanking Sixers team is actually better than the team that started the season. That's how bad this franchise is being run. The team that they put together this offseason and went into the beginning of the season with is worse than a team that they have on the floor trying to intentionally lose. And here's what really happened also. The NBA got us again because we were sitting Quentin Grimes out with an illness because he's too good and he's going to score too many points and we're going to win games. But then the NBA came around and threatened an investigation and the Jazz got fined $100,000 and Josh Harris folded. That's what happened. Josh Harris strikes again. The guy avoided $100,000. The guy activated Quentin Grimes so he could avoid a $100,000 fine. That's how Josh Harris is. I want you to know that. A lot of people think that rich people are loose with their money and they'll be like, oh, he's rich, he can afford it. He's rich, he can pay this, he can pay that. That's not how rich people operate. That's not how they got rich. I know a guy who invests millions of dollars in all kinds of different avenues, right? And he was talking to me one time about how he's fixing his broken lawnmower. And I was like, why don't you just buy another lawnmower? It's like, the best one you can buy is like $3,000. And he literally broke down how much each mow session would cost him if he purchased a new lawnmower. That's how rich people think. Josh Harris activated Quentin Grimes to avoid a $100,000 fine, and the Sixers won a game that they shouldn't have won. Josh Harris strikes again. Is there anything else to talk about when it comes to this game? Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, any points you want to make. Quentin Grimes had 28, 6, plus 14. Jalen Hood-Schifino, 19 off the bench. A guy that just would have never gotten run this season. And it's funny that the 76ers were desperate for anybody that could score points off the bench. And as soon as they're trying to lose and the coach's system is out the window, they got scorers galore. Brissett, who the fuck is that? Brissett had 13 points off the bench. I think off the bench. Maybe he was in the starting lineup. I don't fucking know. Justin Edwards had 10. Ricky Council had 13. Alex Reese had 6. COKK, who is that? Had 5 off the bench. OKK, we got to do with a Little John ad lib out there. OKKK. At least Jeff Doughton didn't have another career high. At the end of the day, Spencer Dinwiddie is a thorn in my side for the last 10 years of his NBA career. Because when he was coming off the bench in Brooklyn, when we wanted to be good and we were trying to win games, he was giving us 30 pieces off the bench years ago. Now we want him to beat us, and he sucks. And he missed shot after shot after shot in that fourth quarter. And then he takes the ball away from Klay Thompson. Klay freaking Thompson. And bricks a would-be game-tying three-pointer. I hate this team. I hate them so much. They can't even tank right.